What's up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Bag Boys. Right, so we did get into the Mark IV over the weekend, and I'm gonna cut back to that shortly. But as you guys can see, I've got the Honda inside here today. So as per the title of the video, we are going to be doing a engine bay refresh on this car. I have kind of started already, and I did record it as well. However, I'm busy editing and my intro was a bit garbage, so I thought, nah, let me give these people something they can actually hear. So yeah, I'm gonna cut back quickly to over the weekend. JC was in with me to assist with the Mark IV. JC works next door at Vertex's shop. And he came in on his off day just to help me get the engine in the car, and we actually ended up getting it running. So let me just clip back to that, and then we can come back to the present after. Shop. Okay, so just to get back on the intro that you guys saw, that was Bert's car. So in the Vertex building, you'll see there's actually three sections. This is my section, then this is Manna, Vertex Performance, this is his section, and then over here is the third section where I shot the Opel. So Bert builds his race car there. That is not for customer cars, that is just his personal section. But anyway, I will get back into that car in future. He did mention to me that he's racing on the, I think it was the 14th or the 12th of, no, the 12th of April. So when the car's out and I am here, I'll get some more shots and maybe we can hear it start up and stuff like that. But we're gonna get back to work here. JC is busy working on the Mark IV, so he's got basically everything off here, no JC?
Yeah.
So everything is off and we are ready to drop the block and the gearbox out of the car. Initially we were going to just take the block out on its own, but after some thinking we decided it might be easier to fit the block outside the car on the engine and then on the gearbox, sorry, and then just put everything in together. So guys, this is not a restoration build or a race build or anything, so we're not going to do the same efforts of spraying the engine and all those other things. We're just going to make it neat and get it back in and sitting like it should be as OEM. It's the same engine going back into the car. So I'm going to switch over to some cinematics of us doing some work on the car and dropping the engine out, and then I'll check in with you guys in a bit. So engine off, we're taking the box off here quickly, and then we're going to compare the two clutches and then get the gearbox mated to our other engine over there. And once that's done, we should be ready to put it back in, right? Correct. Okay. Engine is in. We got two of the mounts in so far. We just need to get the rest of them in there. So we're gonna start with putting everything on at the bottom of the engine that we need to, and getting the CVs back in and the wheels back on. Then we'll put the car down on the floor and finish off everything on the top. So yeah, I'm just gonna put you guys on a time lapse quickly again, and then we can get everything assembled at the bottom. Alright people, so you saw we got everything plumbed up on the top of the engine now, and everything sorted at the bottom. New battery in the car, oil is in, everything's topped up. I would have filmed the first startup, right JC? Yeah. We were going to, but I have a bad track record with filming first startups. What happens is I start filming and then the car doesn't start. Sorry for swearing. But so this time I decided, okay, I'm not gonna film that first swing. And you know what happened? We barely swung the key and the car started right up immediately. Motor is lekker quiet, it sounds healthy. So yeah, we just topped off the oil again because we obviously needed to fill up the new oil filter with some oil. We're going to just idle it now and try and figure out if we can get the cooling system to bleed properly. And then we need to check if the fan switch is on, which is the initial reason the car ran a bearing. The car blew a head gasket. That was the first reason. So yeah, we're just gonna idle it quickly and then see from there. Can I go, JC?
Yes, sir.
That's exactly how it started the first time, guys. The lifters were a bit noisy. I see it's quieted down a little bit. It probably is gonna get a little bit quieter, no? So it's hydraulic lifters, guys, so that ticking noise you're hearing is that. Other than that, the engine is quite quiet. So like I said, we're just trying to bleed the coolant quickly. Okay, so we got this MacGyver style wiring going here. But basically we connected it to the fan switch like it's supposed to be. And we're checking now, trying to bleed the water system like I mentioned. As you saw, some bubbles just popped out of there. So while that's bleeding, we're also waiting, like I said, for the fan. And once the gauges reach 90 there on the heat, which is right about, it's about to heat it, the fan should switch on. So yeah, let's just see what happens. A little, no?
Dan wel get stronger as the air pushes out.
We got the system blade now, no, JC?
Yeah.
Basically blade. The fan just happened to switch on now, so we wired it up to the fan switch and it switched on and switched itself off like it's supposed to. So the fan switch is fine. The car is overfueling a little bit. There's a bit of smoke coming out and there's a backfire on the intake. So JC believes it's the heat gauge sensor, because he's had that issue on a Mark IV before. So we're going to change that out and check if it fixes it. And then the reverse switch also doesn't work. There's a couple of bits involved, but overall the system is now bled and the fan is actually working. So I'm just going to pull the car out and then we'll touch base with this car again. For now, I think we're going to get over to the Honda. It is 5 o'clock now. What's the time now, JC? 4:45. 4:45. So we started at 8 this morning. Well, JC did. I came in a bit later. And we managed to get the car started in the same day, thanks to that fantastic man over there. Oh, there the fan goes on again, guys. So excellent news. That means the car's drivable. Anyway, so we're gonna switch over to some Honda content tomorrow. Yeah, I'll catch you guys there. Right, so it's Honda time, guys. I got this 160i Honda EG in here. So as promised, this video is to show you guys how to neaten up your engine bay and get it looking a little bit prettier. As you see here, this customer had an issue with a water leak on his car. And so because of the water spraying all over the engine bay, you can see there's a lot of places where water actually got onto certain things and made it look quite crusty. So he did say he's going to replace the fuel filter himself when he gets the car back, so that will change then. But I think for now we're just going to start by pressure washing the bay so we can see what we're starting with, and then we'll go with degreasing and maybe even acid if necessary where we can. Obviously you can't spray the acid on every material, it only works good on the aluminium, so that's how I normally do it when engines are outside of the car, but we'll see if we can get away with it this time around. So yeah, step one, guys, pressure wash the bay, no soap, no degreaser. Let's just see what we're starting with.
Take my secret, got them like precious money. I never want to hear you quiet, so I write some for you. And I believe, yes I believe, I'm falling for you like a thief, bikini leaves. Cause when I see you, I feel.
By the way, guys, you wanna have the car running when you pressure wash your engine bay, eh? And I am not, look here, I take no responsibility if your car doesn't start afterwards. there is a risk to pressure washing an engine bay, and that's why I run the engine while we do it. You do get a power wash paraffin or something like that. That's safe for electronics on the car, but I just use water with the car running and it's been working for me. So let's pressure wash quickly.
What's up beside it? So they use your phone. I wanna take the picture, so this will last longer for me. Take my secrets, got them like precious money. I never want to hear you quiet, so I write songs for you. So I write songs for you. Opposition they call left and right, but I don't care. Up they are front, they leave you, but I die there. No more you come off, cause you are my only strength. But I reach up, I know that you're my best. And I believe, I'm falling for you like a thief, beginning leaves. Cause when I see you, I feel to the keys to your heart again. And I believe, I'm falling for you like a thief, beginning leaves. Cause when I see you, I feel to the keys to your heart again. My baby bar, my baby good, my baby all the things I need. My baby pass up beside and so, my baby pass up beside and so. My baby bar, my baby good, my baby all the things I need. My baby pass up beside and so, pass up beside and so. Big party girl.
Who do you want me to be? Cause I'm too messy, and then I'm too fucking clean. You told me get a job, and you asked where the hell I've been. And I'm too perfect, so I open my big mouth. I want to be me, is that not allowed? And I'm too clever, and then I'm too fucking dumb. You hate it when I cry, unless it's that time of the month. And I'm too perfect, so I show you that I'm not 1,000 people I could be for you, and you hate the fucking law. You hate the fucking law. You hate the fucking law. Hey, hey.
Cool. So you guys saw that I got all of the bolts off of the nose panel here yesterday, and basically just went over it with a brush, with a fine small brush, and tried to get as much of the dirt and rust and stuff off of the front here. And then I got all of the bolts and stuff sprayed. It's hanging over there, so that needs to go back on. But before I put that back on, I'm going to just do a small acid wash on the front of the engine here. Remember I said to you guys, the acid can't go on all of the materials, especially not the rubbers and the wiring and stuff like that. So I'm just going to be careful with where I spray it now, and then give it a nice hose down. You can see underneath here I've got a splash tray. So yeah, once we do that and I wrap our branch, which is currently sitting with a rust converter on there. So once I wrap the branch, I've acid washed here, and it's clean in front here, and I've got everything done on this section. Then I can move on to the next and start reassembling here. So as you guys see, I'm breaking it up into stages or into sections so that it's not overwhelming to try and reassemble everything at the same time. I just find that it's easier for me like this. You can do it where you just strip everything off and basically wire wheel everything and spray everything at the same time. I just prefer to do it this way around. So like I said, we're gonna just do a quick wash of the engine here in front, start wrapping our branch, and then we can start putting these bolts back on. I do see this bracket over here is quite rusty, and I'm trying to figure out a way to get the shine back in this zinc plated parts. Obviously budget dependent. If you are able to and you can afford it, it would be best to zinc plate anything that was zinc plated before. When I say zinc plating, I'm talking about this color that you see here, guys. So anyway, just let's finish up the front end of the engine. So I'm working from this point forward, and then from there we'll handle from this point backwards afterwards. So let's get back to work. Okay, a lot of bits and bobs. It's not really hard work, guys, but it's a lot of finicky work. So yeah, as you can see here, I've got the front nose panel done, right? So all we did was we took all the bolts off and sprayed them, and all the brackets we sprayed them over. Then we got our branch wrapped and fitted again, and we obviously rust converted it first, and then we did our protective spray, and then we actually added our wrap on there. Be sure not to leave any gaps between this wrap, guys. It will end up in cracking your branch. So yeah, so then that was done. I did give the tappet cover a small blow over of color. The customer did say that he's going to spray the tappet cover himself, but I couldn't bear looking at it any longer with everything else coming together so nicely and having the tappet cover looking so ugly. So I just misted a coat of satin black over the cover until he gets time to spray it again. And then obviously the dizzy I took off. Take note here, guys, I did mark off where the dizzy sits with a screwdriver before I took it off. So I took that off and sprayed that. So as you can see, everything in the front is looking quite nice now. I mean, we can go further where a lot of things are concerned. However, I need to draw the line at some point. But I mean, if it's your own car and you've got time, you can go as far as to remove small bolts like that, clamps, put new clamps on it. I mean, it's only like 2 or 5 rand a clamp. So you can really take this as far as your budget and time will allow you to. Obviously, this is a customer's car and he came in for a branch wrap and an intake spray. So yeah, this is just a little bit of extra work that I'm doing just to make it look, to tie everything together a little bit better. Anyway, chit chat aside, we're gonna get over to the last bits and bobs now. So as you can see, there's still a few rusty pieces at the back here, and the intake and throttle body still needs to be sprayed. So we're just gonna do that quickly, and then once that's complete, we can put a little bit of tire shine on all of our plastic parts and our rubber parts. The tire shine also helps the longevity of the parts, so that it doesn't become dry and crackly and stuff like that over time. So yeah, let's get into some of the work now, guys, and then I'll check in with you guys once this bay is complete.
And I'm too perfect to show you that I'm not 1,000 people. I could be for you when you hate the fucking law. You hate the fucking law. You hate the fucking law. You hate it.
so as you see, I've got the car idling behind me. Guys, don't forget, when you do a branch wrap, it will smoke initially to get while it's basically tightening over the exhaust, and I don't know, there's maybe a chemical that burns out of it. But yeah, so as you can see, everything is done. The car's idling, the bay looks fantastic. So if you want to take your bay from 0 to hero, those are small, few small steps you can take. There's obviously much more you can do to make it much better, but this is what we did as a simple kind of restoration for the car. So yeah, that's going to be it for today's video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode as usual, and if you did, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe down below on the video. For now, Bag Boys, we out. Peace.
But you could get that yesterday, you could get that soon as yesterday. You don't wanna cut it just now.